Now the moment you've all been waiting for.
I am Nate Riggle, and you are listening to The Way of the Bonfire. Hey, welcome back to The Way of the Bonfire podcast. Glad you're listening. Glad to be talking, putting my voice out there, seeing where it lands. It's a good time. I want to talk a little bit today about this idea of it's all been done. It's all been done before. And how it's like a huge blocker, but it's a hologram. Like imagine this huge barbed wire fence or, with all sorts of do not pass types of lines types of phrases. And man, I'm blowing this apart. Types of signs on it. And you're like, oh, I can't go over there. It's a mental block, but I try to put it into this real imagery because that's what we do. We're like, oh, I can't do that. It's already been done by 20 other people. Like I was totally going to do that. But then I saw that all these other people had already done it really successfully. And whether that be a business idea or something that you were going to write about, or just this thing that you wanted to become or be, or have be one of your favorite things. With teenagers, it's like, oh, that's played out. Or I don't even know the words for it anymore, but it's like it's gotta be top trendy. Can't be something everything's gotta be new. And in tech world, it's constantly like, oh, well, how is this different? Like, oh my gosh, everybody's doing AI, or everybody, oh great, another platform to help me have better productivity. And if it's a podcast, like especially for my podcast, I was like, oh, I can't talk about fire. Everybody's done that. And then I had a coach, and one of the things she said to me was, yeah, but you haven't. And that has always stuck with me. And it's like, I walk right through that stupid hologram brick wall because I realize what it is now. It's all been done before, but it's never been done by me. Think about that for a second. What if, and I'm a geek. I love Lord of the Rings. I think that is like the masterpiece of fantasy writing. And it's just such an epic tale. It's got so many good lessons and everything in it. But my wife actually got me this book called, gosh, now I can't remember it, but it's by a guy named David Day. And it's like the story behind Lord of the Rings and all the different parts and pieces of it. And the entire book is where J.R. Tolkien got his inspiration for certain elements. And we're talking about like almost everything in the book was inspired by some other thing in real life or some other mythology or story that came before. And it's like, this guy's an original. Yeah, everyone's done dragons before, but they were never done by J.R. Tolkien. And so even like the Hobbits, like everything you could think of has an inspiration from something else. So before you think that you can't go and build something original and amazing, and you get hung up on whether it's being just feeling like a copycat, or like, obviously, like, we're not going to take people's exact words. That's copyright infringement or trademark law or whatever, right? But just because it's out there doesn't mean that you've done it. And that's the thing. No, it's maybe already been done by everyone, but it's never been done by you. And I want to help you get to a point where you're walking through that hologram wall and you're not letting those kinds of things slow you down. And you're getting perspectives like this that allow you to just jump past and truly get going and form a plan for that thing that really would make it so you feel like you're making the most of your life. And your life's work and your masterpiece might not be starting some flashy new company. It might not be, it might not be anything that anyone's told you should be your masterpiece or your life's work. Maybe you've been told your whole life that this is your personality and this is the type of thing that you should go do, or you should go do this thing because this is your skill set and it'll make you a lot of money. And you're like, okay, I'll do that. That sounds good. And it's like, are you truly creating if that's basically how you made most of your decisions? Like, is this your masterpiece? Do you feel like you're painting it? Or do you feel like you're boxed in by what everybody else wanted for you? Or maybe you feel like I can't do that now because somebody already did it. If that's the case, I can help you walk right through that wall. You go to changewithnate.com, book a call. We'll talk about it and we'll see if it makes sense. You got the means and the motivation and the commitment to engage in the programs that we're building and we have here for you to finally grow in the way that you want to grow and enjoy it and have the right connections and relationships along the way. Just reach out to me on that. That's also in the show notes, changewithnate.com. And in the meantime, go get them. Hey, thanks for listening to this episode. I love the chance to make your day better in some way, whether that ends up being just a quick reset that you needed to change things up, or even just a laugh or some fresh perspective. If you're getting value out of it, can you please do me a favor and share it with someone else? Because as more people find and listen to the show, I'm able to bring more good stuff more often. It is the fuel to the bonfire. Also, I'd love to hear your feedback and any thoughts or ideas or questions you have so we can be more connected and make the show even better with your input and your inspiration. The quickest way to do that is to send a message to my Instagram handle at Way of the Bonfire, which is also included in the show notes. And if you just want to avoid accidentally scrolling on social media, you can send me an email at nate@wayofthebonfire.com. And you know it, but make sure you click that follow button so you can catch new episodes as soon as they're available. Keep tending the bonfire, and we'll see you on the next one.